What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of GeekCypha here on Free X Agents Media on YouTube, and we're also available on Twitch. And as always, you can find us on GeekCypha.com. Hopefully, you guys are able to join in and watch us over there. We do appreciate when people check us out on our website. It was fun to build, and I would love for you guys to be able to watch us on that site. How you doing, homie?
I'm good. Busy.
It's been a busy week in Montreal. Busy 2 weeks in Montreal, I find.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been like out in these streets?
Not super crazy, but like, here and there.
I was at
this weekend.
Sorry, what's up?
I would say more so this weekend. I'll probably be ootin' a boot.
Well, I know we have Otakuthon this coming weekend here in Montreal.
Yep.
Are you going?
I might pass by. I'm not sure, but I know I have a few friends of mine are going to be there, manning some tables and stuff.
Proto Man has a panel.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And some great news announced at San Diego Comic-Con for him and whatnot.
No. Yep.
Do we reveal? Do we wait? Do we send people to a site? What should I tell them?
I guess send them to Otakuthon. Otakuthon's website.
Go check out the Otakuthon website. Go get your tickets. Go sign up, and then go check out the panels. It's gonna be really cool. You know, knowing Proto Man since I was a kid makes it fun to see when someone you know is doing big things, and that's pretty awesome. So I look forward to seeing it myself. I'm going to be going this upcoming weekend. I've been a crazy bunch of weeks. You know, like Wu-Tang, Tyler the Creator, the Wacka Flocka, The Weekend. These are all shows I've been to in the I missed Styles P sadly on Saturday.
I was in a Discord group, and one of my friends that lives near the park was like, "Why is there rap music going on?" And I was like, and then he specifically asked me directly, and I was like, "Come on, man! Just because I'm the black guy in this group doesn't mean I know what all the hippity hop is going on in Montreal."
And you knew exactly.
And I was like, "Wait a minute!" And then you and Skinny were talking about it, and I just looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, he lives near that part. Oh, right. Styles P is supposed to be."
Yes, Styles P is performing.
And it was one of those moments where it's like, "Come on, Tolkien, play the bass. You know how to play the bass." "I don't know how to play the bass, Carmen." "I hate you, Carmen." Bass going. So it was that kind of moment, like, "Oh, I guess I do know the hip hops that's going on."
You were so offended that he thought, the black guy will know about what's going on. But you know what? It's like, and I don't know if your friend's Filipino, but that neighborhood has a large Filipino community. And one of the things that I always found funny is the times that I've been with Filipino friends and someone has said, "Oh yeah, I know so and so," like a Filipino person, like, "I know Princess. Do you know Princess?" And they're just like, "What? All Filipinos know each other?" "Yeah, but Princess's brother so and so went to this school." It's like, "Oh yeah, I do know them." Well, I mean, I feel like the Filipino community in Montreal is so tight knit.
I know. Well, I don't know, but I feel that a good chunk of the Filipino community is concentrated in Côte-de-Neiges area,
right,
and then they spread out across the rest of Montreal.
Right.
And so if someone says like, "Oh, I went to X church on Côte-de-Neiges," and like, "Oh, you know people, you know my people."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
"Oh,
Montreal is small like that.
You know my auntie, you know my tita." I'm like, "Yes, I probably yes, I'm old enough to be an uncle." Yes.
Out here just throwing around tita.
That's reality. That's reality.
I know.
Skinny, you were there Saturday though. You were at Mackenzie Park for Styles P. Yes, both nights. I was there on Sunday, but I didn't move. Because once I got my spot, I was just like,
"How were you there Sunday and I didn't see you?" What?
That's what I'm saying. I was there on Sunday and I didn't bump into many people, which is weird.
No, because not many people people our age were there for Saturday.
Yeah.
And there was a few there Sunday, but like, yeah. You mean like it wasn't like your man's, it wasn't the people that you're gonna walk over and actually dap them. Those are the hey people.
Yeah.
Saturday is what's good, doggy? Yeah, that kind of thing.
But how was Styles P?
Fantastic. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very well done. It came with an opening set from Lopeshi and a few others. Yeah. If I'm forgetting your name, I'm sorry. Borden also opened for him, at which point Styles P was like, "Who was that before?" And he's like, Borden, you got bars. So he kind of, bigging up Montreal, which is very good for us. Obviously, it's happening because, like, basically Griselda and everybody's more or less looking at our city, have been looking at our city. So anything underground we do is getting rings in New York and praise. So yeah, Styles P himself, great set. I've seen him thrice before, 2 times with the Locks, once by himself, and this was the better show, more interactive. At a la Freddie Gibbs last year, he gave us a good tidbit about young niggas eating ass. And how you should not eat random ass. So I'm sorry. No, we're 7 minutes in. We're not gonna get canned for this. But,
well, isn't the new rules with YouTube? You could do it from jump.
Nah, so he's like, nah, you don't do that. You say that on special occasions for the special person.
I mean swearing. Sorry, I meant swear. I didn't mean about eating.
He didn't mean tossing back salad.
You can't. Well, I mean, I get what he's saying. You can't eat at everyone's restaurant.
Can't be doing that.
Everyone's standard of cleanliness.
This is wild.
In the back room
I didn't think 7 minutes in this is where we'd be going, but here we are, folks. We talking about tossing salad,
right? Exactly.
Wait, but so Styles P legit told people at the show, don't be out here tossing every salad. Make sure you be selective with what kind of salad you want to have.
Yeah, I mean, you should be, as he was saying.
No, I know. I don't think it's wrong. I just think it's wild that was
it's the new safe sex is best sex.
It went from
That's fair.
Okay. It started with can't take random joints. You can't smoke joints off people because you don't know what they're smoking. You can't take random joints for folk because you got to see it. You got to see it build, so on and so forth. So it's more or less you don't know what you're smoking, and then he's just like, and then you young niggas stop eating random ass, and it's like, yeah.
It's funny though because I feel like a generation of people are comfortable doing that because of Jesus and Mero.
Yes.
Because Kid Mero used to talk about eating ass regularly.
Well, what about
he wrote a song with John Legend about it.
To his wife, though.
Yeah.
What about what was that song with Chris Brown and Omarion and Janae Aiko? Gotta eat the booty like groceries. Gonna have this nigga selling his soul for me.
Yeah, that's something she would say.
That's wild. No, I mean, I think essentially, like Jaws said, safe sex is good sex is the angle that Styles P was leaning into. I think that's a good message. I think that's something that, I used to sign off the radio show like that every week back in the day. So it does feel good to hear that other people carry that message, and especially into 2025, we have to be more careful, more mindful of what we're doing, with COVID and whatnot. And not that I want to dig back into that, but with like meso cases and all this stuff going on, like I feel like health and safety is something people need to be mindful of again, because we're going into kind of a dangerous area with that stuff. So if rappers are now the beacons of having that discussion and starting those discussions for young people, I'm down. I think that's great.
I remember I used to hear those sentiments in like really old BET Comedy View clips and stuff like that. Like talking about going down on people. You just can't go around licking on folk. And he was like, "Look what you told us to do," and now we're all messed up.
That's crazy.
I think the only thing I heard about with Styles P, my friend was telling me that I guess because the music was so loud and was getting late into the night, I think random pockets of Filipinos started like just karaokeing, just saying, screw it, let's do some karaoke. But then when the show finished and was done, people were still karaokeing.
Like when you say karaoke, like at their houses with their machines?
At their houses, yeah. To be like,
oh, because they felt like, it's noisy anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. But then the show finished and those people were still karaoke. So my friend was like, haha, the people are karaokeing at the show, haha. And then the show finished and then people were still doing their karaoke, and he's like, oh no.
That's insanity. Lee J just posted Styles P was lit. Shout outs to Lee J, shout outs to Yusef, shout outs to everybody who's tuned in already. Yeah, I can imagine Styles P. I really wanted to go see Styles P. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go. I did my workshop for Desta on Saturday from 1 to 4. And when that finished, I went to celebrate with my partner. We went out for supper. And before I knew it, it was already like 8 o'clock. And I was just like, I'm super tired. Like when you kind of were like, you're busy and just like working your way up to a big project. Having done the 2 workshops was a lot of fun. But like I said, I think I posted to my story. After I did the first one, I was dead. I was so tired because I'd been in such a like intense mind frame of trying to present this and make sure it was great for everybody. Right. But then I did the second one, less stressed, went well. Shout outs to Kareem. Kareem from Wager High School came through. He was a year older than us. Him and his cousin are looking to start a podcast. So it was really cool to see him come through, to see his cousin, to see like a bunch of people come through. Shout outs to the African Student Association of Concordia. They had 2 representatives there who were learning about hosting a podcast because they're going to be starting one up for the student group. So it was great. Like, it was a lot of fun to have those people come out and be able to network and communicate with them. But after that, I was, like I said, I get so tired after big projects like that. It just stresses. I guess it is part of it that it stresses me out, but I had a lot of fun. So shout out to everybody that came through. But yeah, we have a bunch of different little pieces of news. So I want to start this off with what I find is one of the craziest ones. Star Wars Starfighter, that Ryan Gosling Star Wars movie that's supposed to be coming out at some point, has signed Matt Smith to play the main villain. Oh, Matt Smith, who played Doctor Who of Doctor Who fame. He's also been a villain in Terminator. He's been around. He's done some stuff. He's played a villain in the Morbius movie, the Terminator movie, and now he's playing a villain in this. I would point out that
especially in American movies.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, that's what I'm like, why is this young British actor who is pretty cool? Because he even has a trailer out now for a film with Austin Butler. And
right, where it takes place in New York in the 90s. And it's like
and there's like different gangs, like the Jewish crew and the like Irish and the Russians, and everyone's kind of doing their own thing in New York. And for some reason, Matt Smith's a bastard who stole money from people. And Austin Butler's character is trying to survive. And
he pegged it on him and all that.
Yeah. And as soon as I saw that trailer, I thought to myself, man, Matt Smith always plays the bad guy. I wonder why that is. And then here we go.
He's enjoying it. It's one of those things. I can't remember which actor said, he's like, it's just funner to play. Like, you get to act more. You get to do more, instead of just people reacting to you, you're doing the actions that make them react to you. And then
like a good villain makes the story. So I can understand why Matt Smith would want to play a villain more often. I guess he did play a hero for so long.
Yeah. He was Britain's greatest heroes.
Yeah, Doctor Who. So I mean, I think it's cool. It's just that Matt Smith as a villain again, I just hope that it doesn't typecast him, because after 3, and this is like major franchises, he was in a Marvel, I know it's a Sony Marvel, but Morbius, and he was in Terminator, which is a major franchise, and now he's in Star Wars, and in all 3 he's playing a villain, and then he's playing a villain on side quest, as I would call it. Careful now.
I think he likes playing villains.
Well, that's what Jaws is saying. So if you guys think that's I don't know. I love the guy.
He might be a villain in his youth, and then he might become a good guy when he's older. Like, look at Gary Oldman, right?
Oh, on Slow Horses? Or just in general, you're saying?
Just in general. Like, he was in Leon. He was in Fifth Element.
The Professional,
and then he became Gordon, Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, true.
And all
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Leveling that out a little bit more as he.
If you guys haven't seen him in Slow Horses, though, please watch Slow Horses. It's on Apple, or if you're in the UK, it's probably BBC. I don't know which British, IT4, whatever. But check it out because he's so good in that show. Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman, and Venom. So 2 of those are rumored. Spider-Punk is official. Spider-Punk animated feature from Daniel Kaluuya and Ajon Singh in development at Sony. That one is confirmed. However, I did hear 2 other projects, Venom, and an animated Venom, and an animated Spider-Woman with Issa Rae's Spider-Woman that she played in Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
That's smart. That's smart to kind of use those characters and do other stuff with them.
For sure. And with the 3rd installment coming out in 2027,
hopefully,
Fingers crossed. I know.
Knock on all the wood.
Yeah, knock on all the wood. Hopefully not push back yet again. But
oh man,
if that one could come out and we can get the other 3, I mean, Spider-Punk seems like a great one. He did an amazing job in Across the Spider-Verse. I still have the action figure. Actually, the action figure is right here next to me. But
I like how both of those pairs are looking at each other like some bullshit's going on. just in a look. Some bullshit, right? I already know it's some bullshit. You know it's some bullshit. Nah.
My favorite part was when he just left. Like when he just bounced. The fact that this man was just like, nah, I don't want to stay. This is like that's one of the things I love about his character, and I think one of the things that will probably get explored in the movie is his character is an anarchist. Yeah, and the fact that that organization was again, but in its name, an organization of spider people, an anarchist sticking around for the betterment was very interesting to me. Already, I was just like, well, this is so like out of character for an anarchist. yeah, I guess so. But to end the movie where they're now the outsiders of the organization, loved. And I can't wait to see once that movie concludes where Spider-Punk can go next, because I think it would be great and give smaller roles to those other characters, especially because we keep hearing Shameik is not vibing with Haley, and the awkwardness of him hitting on her and the energy. Oh. Have you not heard about this?
No, I'm not really in tune with like gossip.
He's just a weird dude. Yeah. He's just a weird dude because I think him and the what was the name of the girl that was in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie and she was his love interest?
Oh yes.
I can't remember her name, but she's the girl from yeah. I can't remember her name.
So there was something where I think they had worked together or
yes, I saw something,
and then she got engaged or she got married, and he said something slick on his Insta, and she's like, "Yo, what the heck are you doing?" Or she posted up something, and she's like, "Yo, take that down. It's really disrespectful because I'm going to marry this dude."
Lauren Harriet.
And he was just like, "No, I'm gonna keep it up." And then people like piled on to him, and he finally like removed it.
Yeah, because he posted like a picture of them together.
I think it was with their together.
And he did that as soon as she got engaged, which started rumors, and she got upset and asked him, like Jaws was saying, and his energy was
not out in the open. She asked him. She asked him like,
no, she asked him in private. Yeah,
she asked him in private, like, "Hey, that's not cool. Can you take it down?" And he was like, "I'm not going to take it down."
Yeah, like, and I don't understand
disrespect.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Shameik thought this was a good idea, because you have to know if, first of all, black women don't play. So if a black woman asks you politely, take the win. Yeah. Because telling her, nah, I'm good, she's going to put your shit all over the internet. Yeah. So she went public and was just like, damn, I don't fuck with this nigga, like, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, why did you do
snap?
Like, why? She didn't say it in that tone, but it was very much, that was the energy of the message. Like, I don't fuck with this dude. I don't know why he's doing this. It's not a good look. He is what he is. Y'all can take what you want. We are not like that. I don't work with him. I don't talk to him. And like kind of just pushing him far aside. And of course, with Haley Steinfeld and her really close relationship.
Right. I was going to say
Michael B. Jordan. Everyone was posting pictures of her interacting with Michael B. Jordan on Sinners, but then posting clips of her and Shameik doing interviews. And every time he's like talking and like trying to spit game at her, she's like awkward smiling or like leaning away. Whereas with Michael B. Jordan, she's just like, ah!
Yeah. No. With Michael B. Jordan.
Like, it's also kind of like Pedro Pascal and
Vanessa Kirby.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I thought they were together.
You did? Okay. But did you see how people were saying how people kept posting up Pedro Pascal with Vanessa Kirby and saying, oh, that guy who was never going to get the girl. And I didn't understand what they were talking about because she is touching him constantly.
Yeah, what?
And I didn't understand why people were implying, oh, that friend who doesn't get the girl. It's just like, I don't know about y'all, but none of my female friends out here touching my hair, fingers through my hair, rubbing my neck.
Maybe because she's married, but like, I don't know. They're a little too touchy.
Yeah, they were really touchy.
But I've heard that Pedro like has anxiety and stuff. And like if you look at him with other women, like they're always like checking on him and touching and like so.
Oh, really?
He's publicly talked about the fact that he has anxiety, and one of the things that helps ground him is when he's like holding a friend's arm or like something like that. So there's a lot of times where his co-stars in these movies are like holding his arm to help him, or him doing it for Sarah Paulson because she also has anxiety. So we've seen him and her doing it. Because Sarah Paulson's a lesbian, so we know that their relationship's not that type of way.
Spanish niggas try again. Spanish niggas strike again. That's all I'm saying. These guys are slick. Oh man!
But to quickly go back to what's his name, Shamik, right?
Shamik Moore,
yeah. So like, I'm sure people are posting up clips of Sinners. Is he
related to Shamar?
Where she
no.
where she like spits in Michael B. Jordan's mouth, and that wasn't even scripted. That wasn't scripted at all. They just went for it.
I mean, the line was there.
The line's there, but that action was not in the script. It was not.
But that is one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie. So
this guy must be all in his feelings in a dark room, just and it's that ominous music for the Prowlers playing. Just there in the darkness.
I don't understand the energy. You are a famous black actor. You did like Dope. You've done a bunch of movies that people respect and appreciate. You could meet other people, but you act like Boo Boo the Fool with all these other attractive women, and it's a weird energy. It puts you in a weird box that everyone looks over at and goes like, "Nah, we don't fuck with that."
Well, he probably wants someone famous.
Okay, you can find someone famous if you act normal. Why are you posting pictures with your arm around a girl who just said, "Yo, I'm engaged"?
Yeah,
you look like you're acting
he's just
a fool.
Weird.
He doesn't know how to act. Some guys literally just have no game.
They just don't know how to behave.
You could be in Hollywood and still be a herb, Brian.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I guess so. No, I understand. Like it's funny you say that because and Skinny, you probably know there's some like actor dudes that we used to see in the West Island, and we would see them have no game when they were at the bar.
Oh Lord.
So I know, and you know,
sometimes in life you have to lose a few boxing matches in order to know. You know what? I should change up my style.
Yeah.
I think I'm a outboxer. I'm actually an inboxer. I got to fix this up.
So funny. But all this to say, Spider-Punk animated feature in the pipeline for Sony. We're looking forward to that. That would be great.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. We kind of ended up talking about Spider-Man and tangents happen. You know what's up. But I'm looking forward to Spider-Punk. I'm looking forward to that crew coming together again. It should be good. Other news that we got: the Batman 2 will begin production at the Leavesden, Warner Brothers Studios Leavesden studio in London on January 1st, 2026. I don't believe it. I'm telling y'all right now. I don't believe that in 4 months? 4 months.
I think the script is done.
Sure, that's what they're telling us.
They're saying the script is done, but maybe the director might not be there. It might be another director.
They had to tell us the script is done because if he didn't deliver a script in the time frame that Superman was happening, the project's dead. Matt Reeves doesn't have a script by the time Superman does well. It's dead. He had to have something. So having the script, no, it's kidding. You know I'm not lying.
No, but like I'm just thinking, I'm Matt Reeves,
right?
This is my job, right? Fuck have you been doing for 4 years? This is your job. You have other scripts to write. Sure, you're burnt out. I'm a producer. I'm not.
You're in the middle of a divorce.
Yeah. Divorce going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but I
run it back.
No, but you know what? I will give. I understand he has a divorce. His marriage was not going the way he probably expected it. He had a lot of stuff going on in his life.
You still got to work every day.
Maybe still. Even if you had to take time, tell the people who run the shit like, hey, I might need time, or maybe y'all send someone to help me write this shit, and we work on this script together. Because I don't know in what world you have how many times do you have scripts that have like 10 writers? You're telling me you couldn't have Matt Reeves with one other person help him write the script?
Yeah, you don't have a friend that can come over and throw a ball with you in your living room.
Seriously.
And just be like, okay, so Batman.
I feel to be fair, he did have the buffer of the Penguin show.
But he didn't write the Penguin show.
No, he didn't write it. But I mean, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's in that universe, so you kind of have that buffer.
Fam, get to work.
Yeah, not good enough, Jaws. Jaws, you know
I agree that Penguin season is done and finished, and then Batman should be on the horizon and kind of out. You know?
Yeah, but here's the thing: Penguin was last year. Penguin was 2024.
He messed up.
Yeah, Penguin didn't Penguin come out 2024? It's not 2025. It didn't come out at the beginning of this year.
No, it came out 2024. But
yeah,
here's the analogy. You're working under old management and you got this great hit, and then new management comes in. If you don't get to work,
what are
you doing? This is like, sorry, as a black man, I'm not letting my shit get caught slacking. When new management's breathing over my neck, talking about all these plans and none of my plans are mentioned. I like my job.
I have a buddy who literally told me this exact same thing. He had a job. All of the upper management on in his division got knocked out, all gone. Then they knew they were going to have a whole new slew of management, either internal people moving up or they're getting external hires to take over the department. And the first thing he said was, I have to make sure that at least in the first quarter, the new people like what I'm doing. So not only do I have to make sure they like what I'm doing now when they're here, I have to make my numbers look good leading into their arrival and then when they're there. And then I can chill a bit because I'm looking a little better than the people around me when the cuts start happening. And I was like, oh shit, you are thinking steps. That's good. I'm happy to hear that you're thinking like that. He's like, yeah, man. So I'm planning. Matt Reeves was not planning.
Yo, to speak on that, it's good that your boy's thinking like that. Also know that your boy's hella stressed.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm happy I drive a truck now because fuck that shit. Man.
Woo! No, he was stressed. He was stressed. He was definitely
that
stressed.
Corporate life. What? No.
Yeah,
scary.
That shit does make you stressed,
right?
But I mean, that's the thing. Reeves, if this movie actually starts on January 1st and starts, impressed. But I don't expect it. I expect one, it doesn't start filming on time, and two, it's going to get pushed back again. These are literally
the cancellation.
For sure, I think it's going to get pushed back.
Yeah. You're saying push back to cancellation? Yeah, we should put the over under on push back or cancel. I honestly, at this point, you can't
keep pushing this. It's like it's not even universe now. So how are you gonna? And then by the time, why? Just forget y'all even announced it and just be like, there's a Batman movie there.
Well, Marvel, and that's the thing. James Gunn has taken over, and the one thing Gunn can do is instead of being Marvel and telling us, hey man, Blade is still happening when none of us believe it is, you could actually just tell us the truth. This project's dead. This isn't happening. It's because if I'm Warner Brothers and I put this guy in charge and this last movie made me a bunch of money, but I haven't gotten anything else since, sure, people like the universe, but I literally haven't gotten anything else since. I got Penguin and we got some nods, but Reeves but I don't think the Clayface movie is going to be set in the Batman universe, is it? Is that what we're?
That part I don't know, but I thought I assumed it was. I
thought the Clayface was going to be in the new Gunn DCU universe.
Oh, okay, because I know it's just supposed to be a horror movie, right?
That's a good
more
point,
horror movie leaning, and that Batman universe I feel like leans. It looks already dark and dingy and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like I could see it in that universe. But that's just me assuming.
Y'all are.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Oh man. Justice Gang, a Superman, and the bright, colorful one, and then a dark Batman. I don't know.
Clayface is canonically part of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters.
Okay,
which is James Gunn's like phase 1. He's calling it Chapter 1. That's another thing. Jaws, when you were talking about how James Gunn is out here running his mouth about Marvel, and one of the things that he said was, I don't understand all these phases. But then he turns around and he does the same thing with chapters.
Chapter 1, God sounds stupid. This sounds.
I don't know. I like that. I like that instead of just saying phase 1, that's it. It's like phase. It's like chapter. This is the name of the chapter. You have an idea.
I mean,
feel like in phase 1, it's like, okay, is that the Infinity War? No, it's not the Infinity War. It goes up to a certain point. Then phase 2 is here, but then phase 3 is Infinity. End of Infinity? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
The Infinity Saga is the entire run until that movie.
Yeah.
So all the phases.
Which phases are they? Like
phase 3 is Iron Man 3.
All of them. Phase 1, 2, and 3 are the Infinity Saga. Okay. If you buy the Infinity Saga box set, you get all the movies from those.
Phase 4, 5, 6 is multiverse. 7, 8, 9 will be X-Men/mutants.
Finally.
And then,
I feel so bad for Kang, man, because apparently he was supposed to be running things for a while. And then,
Kang movie was
all
violent.
Those guys, all of Kangs were supposed to be holding back everything because they were afraid of Doom coming through. That was the whole story that they wanted to tell. And then once they couldn't do Kang anymore, they're like, all right, we'll bring up Doom.
Yeah, let's just move up this guy.
Wow.
Insane decision, but
they'll be fine.
I know. But Gunn, just kill the Batman. Just kill it.
Let him cook.
just
no, because he has 3 fails that we're not counting, but we're counting because Blue Beetle happened. So let's just leave.
Wasn't that leftover? I saw
Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is leftover. Yeah,
Blue Beetle is leftover. I saw it this weekend. I kind of dug it.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's not horrible.
I dug it just because we haven't seen anything from Blue Beetle at all. It is different. Yeah. It's not Batman. It's not Superman. They don't have to fall back on anybody. They can make fun of Batman and Superman. Batman's a fascist. Like, they could do all that. They can say like, our guy is like Batman, but he's funny. You know, he actually has a sense of humor.
Just give me Booster Gold and Ted Kord's Blue Beetle. Best friends adventure.
They should have done that before.
They should have done that ages ago.
It could have been working up to that because the extra scene at the end was that the dad's alive. He's like, oh, you turn on my computer. Hey, tell my daughter I'm alive.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, technically, the voice actor, the actor who played Blue Beetle is now going to be the voice actor for Blue Beetle in animated stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to look the same. So people are saying like, oh, well, you know, he's because Frank Grillo plays Senior, Rick Flag Senior, and he's him in the live action. So people are like, oh, maybe Gunn is giving him a chance. We'll see. I don't.
Yeah, just give him the job. Like
he's not a bad actor.
There, and they didn't let him do it. So
yeah.
It'd be hard.
WWE news: $1.6 billion deal with ESPN for live events. So they have their
mind now.
Yeah. Didn't you guys tell me Disney was going to try and get their hands on wrestling? Who was it that said that?
Might have been Dave.
I feel like we talked about that. Yeah.
Has to be Dave.
Might have been Dave.
Someone said the House of Mouse is going to try and get their hands on wrestling, and here we are. They're on ESPN, which is Disney. This is again, just so I understand, this is only for the major events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, pay-per-views. Okay,
yeah.
But I don't understand. So, can someone explain to me the pay-per-views? Because the pay-per-views were on Peacock.
The States are all janked up, and they got them doing the work over there for like it's kind of nuts. So, okay, in the States, Raw is on Netflix. CW has NXT. I believe some sort of paid channel has SmackDown, which you have to pay.
It's not the USA Network.
USA Network. But USA Network's like specialized like WGN and KTLA. So you have to go and get USA Network because it's not in regular packages to go and get SmackDown. Yeah. Then you had PLEs on Peacock. And if you still had Peacock, so if you were an old WWE Network person, you would get Peacock, but then Peacock had everything, and then Peacock split off to having nothing but PLEs. So now, if you subscribe to Peacock just for those PLEs while also having everything else, you're gonna have to turn around and get ESPN, and then that shit too. Whereas we in Canada just need Netflix, and we're cozy,
and we got everything.
But wait, so if you have Netflix, you get to watch WrestleMania and SummerSlam and all that stuff. You'd have to pay extra?
Not in the States. Not in the States.
No, in Canada.
Canada, you're straight.
Okay,
this only affects the States. It's like their whole Hulu thing where they have to go to like Hulu to watch everything. Yeah. We just go Disney Plus. We get the To be honest, streaming worked out for us.
Well, one thing
we lucked out.
We lucked out on one.
I mean, I'm gonna shut up before they find this out and go ahead.
Yeah,
but
God, I'm sure they know.
They definitely know, and they're just waiting.
I think it's just because it's like, oh well, that market's not big. Here's where the money is. The money's in our backyard, so we just gotta move the shells around.
Yeah.
Got to move the shells around and get that money. But everywhere else, yeah, whatever.
I just feel bad for Peacock. I'm not gonna lie. I know that Peacock has money and they're fine, but Peacock is Universal, and they've been trying to. This entire time, they've been trying to get their shit together so that they could compete, only to get their asses handed to them continuously by the bigger streamers. Disney, and the one thing that bothers me with this is Universal is actually big enough to take on Disney when it comes to like pound for pound money, but Disney just keeps outplaying them.
Yep.
Speaking
of WWE, though, this Friday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so okay, what's happening in Montreal? Because I realized you guys.
John Cena appearance. I'm annoyed that I can't be there because money.
Is it his final?
And now he's a baby face now.
He's a baby face now, which is, to me, I didn't really care. I wanted him.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, who's a baby face?
John Cena.
What?
They dropped it. The whole shit.
They gave him the heel already.
If we go into my thing, then we could talk.
Okay,
about
hold on. We have one more piece of news.
Go
then
for
I didn't.
Sorry.
No. I so confused, but
I got excited.
Issa Rae hit with a plagiarism lawsuit for one of them days. There are 3 writers in the States who are saying that not just her, they're going after her, the writers and the production company that say that they wrote a project and that they gave the project to someone that worked on Issa's show Insecure. Yeah, so they're saying that because they gave it to them, there's a chance that it would have landed on her lap or in her purview, in her circle, and that the story is too similar to theirs. I have to say, you better
have a lawyer, dog, because that's expensive. What you're about to do.
Yeah, one I would say. Well, Ness, you go ahead, because
I mean, I don't know what to think of it. It doesn't look good because they said that they wrote the story in 2020, and then 2023 is when the news, I guess, got passed on to the writer Charles. His name is, I think, Charles something. He's the one who wrote on Insecure, and apparently they not presented it. What is it called? Pitched. They apparently pitched it to Charles and someone else, and they declined to produce the project. And then I don't know if Charles worked on one of them days actually.
Right. That's one of the things. Yeah. In my mind, I'm just like, if Charles didn't work on the film, if Charles works for the production company, I understand why you would say like, oh, this looks fishy. But you'd also like the amount of scripts that comes through the door. I don't think you can just say just because something was on someone's table that they saw it. And also, I don't know if you saw this, but when I saw this article go up, the main comments I saw across Twitter or Threads or Spill were, oh, you mean the people who wrote Friday? Because the joke being
that it's about Friday. It's like another Friday.
Yeah, this script and structure has existed multiple times before. Issa Rae, no, if these guys are trying to say we wrote an original 2 best friends have an argument and rent money's film, sorry, homie, there's multiples of these before. Like the white version of this is like, dude, where's my car?
Oh man, wow.
what about
Pineapple Express? And then the black version is Friday After Next. Like any one of those films.
Remember, there was some group that was suing Dua Lipa because they said, "Oh, she took our song, and you know, like we're owed royalties." But then Dua Lipa was showing you how she worked through that song, and they're like, "Oh, we took this part of what was it? Outkast's Rosa Parks. So you know, we gave them the royalties. We shared the royalties with them because we took that part. So when they went to court, it was like, this is what we took from, and this song is older than them, so maybe they owe Outkast money.
Oh damn!
That's true.
At least you can't flip it around like that. But it's like they had recorded themselves saying like, we took it from Outkast, and we.
At least when it comes to music, you can hear very easily where someone took the thing, and you can trace it back.
Yeah.
When it comes to a movie concept, something as simple as 2 best friends have to pay the rent, and the story ensues
Shenanigans.
and
Right.
shenanigans
Shenanigans
and the usual thing of like there's a bully hunting them because of something, and this is all stuff that's in Friday and all these other movies.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
for these people who wrote this other stories to say we're suing because you stole our story, unless you have like similar
Well-
characters and stuff like that.
Or
I was
born
just
in
shocked.
1990 something.
I was
Well,
just
like-
shocked because it's such a big accusation. So
I know, yeah.
like I was just shocked to see that this was like even happening, even though it's not an original screenplay.
Yeah.
I think
it's
the only way they could probably get out of it is if they pitched them something and they sent them a script in an envelope that's sealed and everything, and they're like, "Oh, you're talking about this," and they bring up the envelope and it's unopened from all the way back then and stuff like that. Like I heard with Seinfeld, Jerry and Larry David would get stuff from people. Oh, here's ideas, and they would get it in the mail because that was the 90s back then. And what
Right.
they would do is not open anything
Mhm.
so that if it just so happens an idea that someone wrote into them, they could say, "Oh, this is the letter and this is when you dated it, this is the stamp on it. Well, we didn't open it, so we didn't steal your
yeah,
idea."
exactly.
Mhm.
That's what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say like what's really interesting though is because this is such a like not popular, but it's like a story that's been written before.
Yeah.
I feel like it is possible that someone could have said, "Oh, this is a cool concept. I saw this script
Sure.
someone
Yeah.
pitched,"
Hmm.
and then had somebody else write it. But I don't know if I can say that that's like stealing the script unless it's like exactly.
Yeah. My thing, like I was saying, even if you have a copy of the script, even if you have an open envelope, unless it's the same names and the same
Yeah.
like city and the
Apparently
same
the
dish,
title is the same though.
one of them days,
It's called One of Those Days.
you gotta have you have to have like that. It honestly, at that point, it sounds even crazier if Issa did steal it. It's just like,
Well-
just change it to one of them days.
No, it doesn't sound crazier. It sounds like something someone who's famous and feeling themselves would do. I'll just change it to them. Like you're that. Wow, that made me
Well,
think.
I don't
I thought
think
the whole
Issa Rae
point was
stole
that
it.
so they could use the Monica song.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I thought that was the
I
whole
thought
point.
so too.
But I don't. Is the concept even Issa Rae's? Like I know she.
No, she's
know
the
it's-
producer. It's her.
Yeah,
production,
exactly.
yeah.
So I don't think it's her. I don't even
No,
think
but-
it was
It has
her
nothing to do
idea.
with it.
No. She just had her name on it and did the rollout, which was smart.
Do I
Yeah.
make money? Oh, okay, well, whatever. Go ahead.
Honestly,
I also heard-
I don't think for a second that these guys are going to be able to. This goes back to that lawsuit. You guys remember when the movie Yesterday was coming out and Ana de Armas is in the trailer and two guys sued the production because they said they bought tickets to the movie because they thought Ana de Armas was in the film
it
more.
was false
And
advertising.
false advertisement claim, and then they lost the case. This feels like the same thing.
Oh no.
Y'all need to stop pulling up these lawsuits because you think, yo, we're gonna get paid. You're not getting paid. You have to have really good
That's
lawyers.
why I'm really wondering how this is gonna pan out because this is a serious lawsuit. So I'm so curious to see how it's gonna what the
I can't
result's gonna
wait.
be.
I know recently though I heard that well I don't know how old this is. You know the movie Together with Franco and
yeah,
that
I
is
saw
also
that.
facing
yeah, it's also
I saw
facing a
that.
lawsuit as well.
plagiarism.
I'm not trying to see
plagiarism.
that shit either.
Apparently, though, that one seems more true. I didn't read the details about it, but I was reading that it seems more legit.
Here's the thing,
That shit.
and we've talked about this on the podcast a couple years ago.
Stop stealing.
5,000 years of storytelling.
Right.
There's gonna be some repetition, y'all.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There's nothing original anymore.
there is no such thing as an original story. Every story you hear is a
We're
version
just
of another story.
remaking stuff
Exactly.
and making it better.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it-
We have better graphics. Let's retell this exact story using better graphics. Oh, the graphics
Better
suck
writing.
now. Yeah, the graphics suck now. Let's go back to practical effects and tell the same story. Oh, we're gonna do a hybrid. Who cares? It's all the same shit. We've done it before.
Yep.
Y'all need to realize. I'm sorry that the Friday or whatever Friday is based on, or whatever Shakespearean story this is all stolen from,
Or Bible or
Bible. Yeah, exactly. I was
old-
gonna say,
or
or ancient Greece, or ancient Egypt, or ancient Rome. whatever one it stole from. The fact that there's probably a version of not being able to pay the rent in ancient Greece that was a comedy where two Greek guys are running around like ancient Greece.
Well, no, because wait, hold on.
Trying to get to the Acropolis. Like, I don't know, but like.
Well, you remember that whole mid 2000s run where they were just redoing Shakespeare movies as Shakespearean as movies? So like you came out with
late 2000.
10 Things I Hate About You is basically Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
Like, fam. Like, so this that
guys, there's no original story.
What was the other one?
I just hope
another one. Like
Liaisons.
You just hope what, Ness?
I just hope they lose.
I hope they lose too.
Wow.
I'm saying
I hope they lose.
Unless it was actually stolen.
Exactly. If you guys can prove that, like, the characters, like the Cat Williams character who's there at the beginning and is essentially the like magical Negro character, but not done as like just as a black guy who kind of seems to know, hey, don't trust the system. Like, unless you have all of that in there, unless you have the firefighter like thug, like shut the fuck up. Like, you're not gonna win me over.
Before I bounce, my beautiful ending, not even ending. I just imagine that one of those days script on Issa's desk and just a scratching line between those and then DEM written in its place and he handed off to somebody. That's good.
And then all of us out there being like, she could do no wrong, like just standing 10 toes for her.
Issa wouldn't do that. Just Issa like, and there you go.
Just like, I got 10 more scripts like this, scratching out titles. Shout out to Issa. May she reign. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Bring me that Boys in the Hood remake. What are we gonna call that one? The Boys
Girls
in the Hood.
Girls in the Hood.
Girls in the Hood.
Oh my god.
Girls in these streets.
The girls.
The girls.
Them girls.
Them girls.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Let's redo Sisterhood of Traveling Pants. What are you gonna call that one?
That's why it's like it's a little too obvious to even be stolen.
That's the thing. Like, that's like, every time, like, it truly has to be insanely dumb if she did, because it's like, girl, this is gonna be some wild shit on your name. You are like Skinny said, you are so hot right now. I hope you weren't so cocky that you said scratch.
Yeah.
Like, please tell me you weren't like that. Please.
Speaking of cocky.
Oh wow, Seggy.
Adam Sandler.
Don't ruin it. I haven't seen it, but what?
I watched that at 2.15x today.
I saw your comment. I was like, what? Of course you did.
Dear Lord.
But honestly, you could.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm happy I never slowed that thing down.
Honestly, I'm so disappointed.
No. Okay.
I won't say any spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll stay for that.
I wanted to say
spoilers.
Can I say one thing? It's not a spoiler, but I gotta say one thing. Adam, I get that you love your family, and that your daughters mean a lot to you. And your wife means a lot to you, and I think that's beautiful. But you can't cast your real life wife
your entire
and your two daughters to play unrelated characters when they look exactly the fucking same. It looks so ridiculous to have a scene where you see the mother and the daughter outside, like, doing an activity together, and Adam walks up and acts like this isn't that girl's mother. They are fucking twins. Your daughter looks so much like her mother. It's crazy. And it takes me out of the story so fast when you're just like...
But the whole thing took... Anyways.
Yeah. The suspension of disbelief... The suspension of disbelief for this movie is hard because...
Okay, to be honest, I'm not even a huge Happy Gilmore fan. It's not my style of humor.
Okay.
But I respect it.
Chubs for life.
I respect it.
R.I.P.
And I appreciate the first one. I think it was like, it's enjoyable. It is what it is.
Here's where
he named his company. He named his company after his two first films. You know, like, that's how important these were. So,
but this to me felt like a money grab, a quick money grab.
Yeah.
Because he knew that if he was to do like not a revamp, but like I think he knew that if he brought it back, that it was gonna
Yeah, people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, people are gonna watch it.
I'm just sad that he released it on Netflix because I think he could have made money.
I'm not surprised.
But he has a deal with Netflix.
I know. No, I
comparatively,
understand.
Comparatively with him and David Chappelle, like Adam is constantly releasing like releasing new stuff, and he's not releasing like, oh, I just did a symposium at my old high school.
No, I get that. I get that. I understand that. It's just that when he did all these other little movies on Netflix, those felt like they were made. You can tell which movies feel like straight to DVD.
Yeah.
Or straight to VHS like we were when we were kids.
Right.
Like when you're watching the movie, you get a sense of, okay, this is like a slightly lower tier of quote unquote cinema.
Which is what Netflix is.
Right. Netflix is that. Yes. That's their bread and butter is the fact
except for the one or two offs, but
right.
But
overall,
which surprisingly, Adam has done. He's done 1 and 2 offs. He's done Gem. Was it
Uncut Gems, which is a great
Gems
movie.
and Hustle.
Hustle, yes.
Right. And I feel like that those movies are in line with Punch Drunk Love. That is Adam.
Yes, those are one-offs.
Yeah, when Adam's just like, oh, you know, you guys like to laughy at me and me drinking beer, but guess what? I got chops. I can actually perform and really show you I got my shit. And then you do Happy Gilmore 2, and it's just like, hey, this is what I write. This is what me and my buddies write when we're like drunk.
When we're bored.
And we're bored, yeah.
Well, those ones pay the bills. I think, like,
sure.
But it was just like
he knows that he can't do the fancy stuff all the time. Like,
which is
and we're not asking him to.
Happy Gilmore is supposed to be like a silly movie. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just this one was like, you can tell he didn't spend a lot of time on it.
No, like, that's the thing.
It was just full of. I think there was like, I lost count how many celebrity cameos there was.
Higher, lower than Deadpool 3, Brian.
Lower.
You gave me the Roman.
No. Honestly,
how many cameos?
Yeah, no, like, I think there might be
higher.
No, I not cameo count. I meant like in terms of comedy, higher, lower.
Oh, lower.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant cameos because I was gonna say there's more cameos in Happy Gilmore.
So Deadpool 3 was funnier than this.
I think so.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because this movie is. I think Adam wrote this movie thinking I'm just gonna slide on the energy of Gilmore being such an iconic film.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back and I'm going to kind of retell the story in a different way. The Chubbs in him in the first one, building up his skill set as a redone in this one with him by himself.
Yeah.
Was kind of like, okay, we're doing this again. We did away with the wife, which I don't really understand why.
I don't understand either. Just to put his family in there.
Yeah,
just like to put his family in there.
It's one of those movies where you're like, okay, so what do you guys want to do? Okay, we are going to kill the mom. So, because this is
just spoiled it for Skinny.
I mean, it's not Skinny. I don't feel like I spoiled anything for you.
I love niggas who say I don't feel like and you clearly. I love you.
I'm doing you a service by telling you that one.
I'm sorry if you felt like I disrespected you, but
yeah, honestly, though, Skinny, like I don't even think I think you'll be mad about it.
I'm sorry if you made you feel that way.
Well, Skinny, I'll say this: the reason I don't feel that bad about saying it is because it happened so early in the movie.
Obviously,
like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, like it like the movie doesn't.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Honestly, it happens, and I was just like,
it's like when X-Men 3 tried to explain where the fuck Nightcrawler went.
Right.
Oh yeah, he went back to church. What? He was a full-on member. What?
He went back to his home planet.
No, literally.
They poochied him. They poochied.
He died on his way back to his home planet. That's
Happy. Oh, we lost Brian.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Happy Gilmore 2 just felt like an easy paycheck.
Yeah.
I felt like I was watching him improv Happy Gilmore. Like it. And I don't normally like hate on Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler. It's just this was like, and also it felt like also a way to give his family some screen time.
Yes.
And because I think he's trying to push his daughters to like do more acting and whatever.
Well, yeah.
But this felt very much like here's the opportunity for you to shine on Netflix where everyone's gonna watch my movie because I'm Adam Sandler.
But he already put them in a movie, no?
Yes.
Yeah, but this was
the
like
Bar Mitzvah movie. That was like them. Like they had the
Yeah, but
line and everything.
not as many. Yeah, but what
This
Ness is
is-
saying is not as many people are going to watch.
Oh,
it's-
okay. I see what
I
you
believe
mean.
Richard Pryor said it. Did the people laugh? Did you get paid? And tell Bill Cosby to have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. And that's basically what it is.
and for the most, you're completely right, Ness. For the most part, with Adam Sandler's movies, where they're more comedies and they're not all that big of a deal, it's mostly him getting a bunch of money from production companies to have a free vacation.
Yeah,
and then bring a bunch of his friends along.
Doesn't he
and
only
they all
film
get to
movies?
enjoy it and then film a movie?
Don't they
Literally.
usually film the movies in Hawaii specifically because he wants to just go to Hawaii?
If I
Really?
remember
I didn't know
right,
that.
Murder Mystery was in Monaco, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Murder Mystery 1 or Murder Mystery 2
But
was
he
in
does film a
Monaco.
lot in Montreal.
He does?
He goes
Yeah.
where he
I
likes,
think
yeah.
so. I think for
Huh.
the Bar Mitzvah one, I heard
I don't know about recently, but in the past, like he would be here a lot for movies.
I
filming
know
movies.
somebody I
met
know
him
was-
at the forum because he was here filming.
Oh, cool.
I know for the
That's
Bar
so
Mitzvah
random.
one, a friend of mine that I knew from a while back, she was the rabbi that they kind of consulted with. So
Oh.
he would call her Rabbi
Oh.
for short.
So
And I was like, oh, that's so
course.
sweet. I was imagining him to be like, hey, Rabbi, like saying it loud like how he normally does, yelling.
Yeah.
Charlemagne.
It was just disappointing to see that there was like 50 cameos of
Yeah, yeah.
celebrities. Like when there's a movie that does that, I'm like, okay, you really just like you're just
and
milking the cow here. Like,
and I
this,
think
like
the other thing that I didn't necessarily feel that, like, this is where I felt like they weren't trying. Every side character who the actor had passed away since the first one, they had another famous actor play the child of that character in this movie. So like,
wait, what?
yeah. So Joe Flaherty is
Oh,
yeah. Joe Flaherty, Eminem plays his son. Then you had the like super tall guy. They had that like basketball
Yeah.
player play his son.
Yeah.
Then Carl Weathers passed. They had the comedian. I can't remember the comedian's name right now. But he plays his son. Like and it's just like,
What
It was
about
too
Bob
much.
Barker? Who they bring?
Bob Barker had a cameo, as in his tombstone is in the movie.
Oh,
That was their nod to Bob Barker.
Oh,
The
okay.
tombstone is in the
yeah,
film.
because he plays himself, so that
Yeah.
that makes more sense. He's not a character.
No,
in the universe,
exactly.
he's literally himself.
The grandmother also had a cameo with her tombstone in the movie.
It was
Chubbs
too much.
had his tombstone. Like all the people who died, there's a scene that takes place in the cemetery, and all
Yeah.
of them are buried next to each other in the cemetery. Which is like another one of those weird comedy things of like,
Yeah, like they're trying to. I don't know. It's just the celebrity cameos really like. I towards the end, I was losing so much interest. I was just like, I'm tired
yeah.
of seeing a celebrity,
yeah,
and it was just honestly, Bad Bunny character was funny.
Bad Bunny is funny.
He was good.
Becky Lynch is in the movie, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't do anything.
there's a bajillion celebrities.
I think
So
there's
sad
another
to see
wrestler
her-
that's in there too that plays one of his sons. I think.
Oh, okay.
He's in
Oh,
AEW.
yeah, and one of his other sons is the youngest brother from Shameless.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But honestly, I'm like, where did all this money come from? Like,
Netflix.
no, but it's just like the amount
They know
of
how to budget
celebrity
it.
cameos that they got.
Well, remember when you're this famous and you're Adam Sandler, it's mostly just calling in friends
That's
and being
true
like,
for a favorite.
"Yo, I'm doing a movie. Can you come through for like one day?" And then they
Yeah,
just come
I'll
through.
pay you like 2,000, 5,000,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like little chunk.
Hell, I'll take you to supper. That's like some of these people just want
Probably
to
do
hang out with us.
favors.
Yeah.
I'm sure Adam Sandler is like good friends with a lot of them.
And then if you say like, oh, what are you doing? Happy Gilmore 2. Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that movie.
Yeah.
Happy
Like,
2. All right, I'm
Eminem
in.
for sure. It's a combination of him liking the movie and the fact that they worked on funny people and had a good
Yeah,
scene
for
together.
sure.
And he's just like,
Oh.
yo, hit us.
Sorry.
No, hit us.
And then I don't know if you guys saw, but literally like 2-3 days after Happy Gilmore 2, he announced Big Daddy 2.
Oh wow.
Big Daddy 2 with Dylan's spouse. Sprouse?
Yeah.
sense?
Oh, he got him to come back?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And
kind
I
of
was
cool,
like,
actually.
damn.
Wait, you know what? I
But I-
said that's kind of cool, and immediately my brain was like, "No, he did it again. I'm
Yeah, I
excited for the
know.
movie I don't need."
Not
But the fact
cool.
that you said your initial reaction was cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how he gets you.
And he did it
Literally
on
how he gets
purpose,
you.
right? They announced it right after the Happy Gilmore 2 because they knew people who were attached to Big Daddy were gonna be happy about Big Daddy 2, and they're bringing back Dylan Sprouse. So it's like
I hope they bring back Jon
Little-
Stewart also, because Jon Stewart
that.
plays
I don't
the.
know.
Oh yeah, he was the judge.
But it's
No, Jon Stewart's the
another.
friend
Yes.
in Big Daddy.
Was he the judge or was he the lawyer?
No, he's the friend. He's the friend that I think the kid is actually Jon Stewart's character's kid, and Jon
No,
Stewart.
no. It was Dylan
No.
Sprouse. It was
No, no,
Dylan and.
I know, but
Oh.
the kid in the movie isn't Adam Sandler's kid.
Yeah.
He's taking care of a kid,
Right.
and I think the kid he's taking care of is Jon Stewart's kid in the
don't-
movie.
I don't think I remember at the end of the movie, I think Jon Stewart was presiding over the courthouse, and there was a part where he talks about how Canadian beer is stronger than American beer.
He might have been in a scene, but he's the friend.
He's his friend, yes, but I think he's also a judge. I think he's also the judge as presiding over the court case for the kid, for the custody case of the kid, or something like that.
I'd have to rewatch it.
That's-
I don't
yeah, it's
remember.
towards
Oh,
the
it
end-
wasn't actually announced,
It's towards the end of the movie.
but apparently there's
roommates.
rumors.
Jon Stewart was Sonny's roommate, so he's the lawyer. I don't think he's the judge presiding over it.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. He's somewhere in there's a courthouse scene, and he's talking on his behalf, or he's the judge. It was one of those.
I really thought it was his kid. So whose
No.
kid is it then?
We
'Cause
don't.
that's what I'm trying
I
to-
think the thing is that you don't really know. I'm not sure.
That's okay. That's the
Okay,
thing
well,
about
it wasn't actually announced, by the way.
Oh, it's not actually announced?
It wasn't actually announced. Apparently, it's just rumors right now. But Adam Sandler apparently hinted at
Okay,
it or something.
Thank you. I just read it. Julian McGrath is actually Kevin's son, who Kevin is played by Jon Stewart.
Ah,
Yeah, so I was right. That's
Kevin
what I thought.
Gripley.
Yeah. It's in the movie, Adam Sandler's taking care of the kid, but it's because it's his best friend's kid.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they don't have the same last name. This is confusing as shit.
Well, he just has his mom's name or whatever.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay.
like, remember, from what I remember, the whole point is that this was just like a one night thing. Like, I think what happens is the girl just leaves the kid at the apartment.
Yeah, leaves him at the front door
Yeah,
and says it's his kid.
and Kevin's just like, "What do you mean it's my kid?" And Sonny ends up taking care of the kid. Yeah.
Okay.
And he does end up becoming his lawyer to help him because he's just like, I guess canonically he doesn't want the kid, so he's more than happy to let his best friend adopt the kid. Not really sure why this movie was so popular when we were kids. It's not.
It was a good movie though.
I know, it's a very good movie.
It was funny.
This is one of those movies that I would say is in between the energy of Punch Drunk Love and Billy Madison, because this movie isn't like, Adam Sandler is not being a ridiculous kind of buffoon in this. He's just a guy who doesn't have his life organized.
Yeah,
and-
doesn't have his life together.
But
He's
wants
kind of like
to
a
be better.
deadbeat.
Yeah, he's a deadbeat who wants to be better.
Yeah.
It's great. It's
But
fantastic.
anyways, if they do it, it's gonna be a Netflix movie once again.
Well, yeah, he's got a deal at Netflix, and that's he's
Yeah, but I'm kind of
he's-
like
he's
tired of
figured out the
seeing-
infinite money glitch, basically.
I
get
hate that
what
that's
Ness is
what he's
saying, though.
become.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing with Eddie. Eddie has the new movie with Keke Palmer and Pete Davidson that came out today. That's an
Oh.
Amazon Prime film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Eddie, this is what you've become to. Like, you're doing the same thing as Adam over at Amazon. You're just going to make these.
I don't
kind
want
of
to say it,
streaming
but
Netflix.
it's like being a sellout.
Yeah. This does feel like the sellout move, but
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that much different from what they were doing back in the day, where Eddie had a big time deal with Paramount. He had like a multi-picture deal with Paramount, and anything they developed with Paramount, it would go through that.
But you know
whole thing.
why? You
But
know
that was-
why it's different?
it is Ness.
You know why it's different? Because it was actually quality.
And
it was-
theatrical.
And theatrical, that's
Well,
right.
it had to be quality because
But
there was no
now,
streaming.
now the problem with these Netflix deals is that they don't have to put much effort
Right.
into making an actual good film.
That's the
Like
thing.
they're
I
just they
understand.
just slap their name on it,
Yeah,
putting Netflix in the
Jaws,
corner,
I
and
get
everyone's
what
gonna
you're
watch
saying.
it.
You're saying that because there wasn't a lower tier, like if you were an Adam Sandler or an Eddie Murphy, you weren't going to make direct to DVD movies because you are up here, you're
Yeah.
A-list, so you're going to make movies with A-list products. Netflix has enough money that it can get A-listers to make B movies. But the problem is everything that you're making is slowly lowering your star.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you might still be super famous and everyone sees you because the standard that Netflix has set is so basic that everyone sees these movies. So you're still staying famous, but you're not an A-lister
But
in my
I
mind.
also
Like,
do think because there's no more pipeline for comedies anymore. So think
agreed.
about all this time we're talking
Agreed.
about movies coming out in the theater. The only new comedy we have right now is literally the Naked Gun movie.
Right. Which made $22.2 million, which isn't a lot, but I still respect them for putting that out in theaters. You have
So-
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson starring in the movie. I was listening to a podcast where there's like a Gen Z and a bunch of like Gen Xers talking about this movie. And the Gen Xers were saying, this movie speaks to us. Like we went to see these movies in theater. Same thing with Happy Gilmore 2. They were talking about Happy Gilmore. They were like, Adam Sandler is our guy. And then the Gen Z guy was just like, well, Adam Sandler is my guy. Like I was a child when those movies came out and they spoke to me. And the other guy is like, I was in college when those movies came out and they spoke to me. The fact that a college age person and a child are saying that these movies spoke to them is interesting because it meant Adam Sandler connected with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But now when you have Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson making this movie and there's no major leads in the movie under the age of like 40, everyone in the movie is like, the two leads are in their 60s. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, I didn't realize they were that old, but are supposedly in their 60s, and everyone else is like maybe 40s and up. How are you going to sell this movie to younger generations? You're not trying to. You're hoping that the older generation, Gen X and millennials, will go support the movie in theaters. That to me seems interesting. It wasn't even worth it for them to put it on a streamer. They're just going to actively try and put it in theaters and see what happens next. So maybe that's the direction for comedy films. Start trying to make comedies for that age range, and as people grow older, maybe they'll age into those comedies. But don't only put them on Netflix or Amazon. Eddie Murphy and Pete Davidson and Keke Palmer, those three could demand a good theatrical release. Those are three names that could make decent money.
If I remember right, the reason comedies aren't really done in theaters anymore is just because the Scary Movie franchise, all those spoof movies, like really just killed it for everybody. And then, we had, what was it called? The Hangover movies for a bit.
Yeah.
And, that kind of died out. We got to number 3, but, they just didn't feel safe with doing either R-rated comedies or just comedies in general anymore.
But I'm just saying, if I'm a studio and Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, and Keke Palmer are 3 of the stars in the movie, and I could see
Keke Palmer and Pete Davidson more so speaking to younger generation.
Sure, but Jaws, let me finish the point. Let me finish the point. Keke Palmer just came off of one of them days, a comedy movie that made decent enough money. If I'm a studio and those 3, because let's say you're right, and Eddie's not the bigger sale. Pete Davidson and Keke already.
Yeah.
I'm gold. I'm putting Eddie in there for the older generation. I'm platinum, and I don't want to make that theatrical. I'm going to put it on a streamer. Eva Longoria plays the wife. I'm platinum plus. These are all recognizable. No one in the main cast of that movie that I just named is B tier by the standards of Hollywood in the last. And you're going to put it on a streamer, Amazon Prime. Guys, it's MGM Studio, Amazon. We're not putting it in theaters. You don't have to put it in theaters forever, but Jesus, make a couple bucks off of it. Put it out there. You're never going to be able to make more comedies if you only put these on your streamer. Sony is
supposed to put Roadhouse in the theater and they didn't.
So, yeah, exactly. And that's why that director said he'd never work with them again, because they fucked over his movie. This is the model that they're doing, and I don't understand it, because they've already shown when Sony releases movies, they have a back end deal with Netflix, and their movies all go to Netflix. And whenever their movies end up on Netflix, the movies they've made always go to number one, because people saw all the advertising for the theatrical release, and then now it's going to be on Netflix, and people are just like, oh, this is a movie I heard about a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. I want to see this movie. It only helps them. Instead, they're going to put these movies on the streamer. No one even talked. No, did you guys even know the Eddie Murphy movie came out today?
I didn't know it came out today, but I knew about it. I didn't know it was today.
I did not.
Doesn't that seem like a really bad thing that a Keke Palmer and Pete Davidson movie comes out and people don't know it came out today? That to me seems weird.
I had no idea. But honestly, the promotion, their advertising for this was non-existent. Non-existent.
Shameful. This is, I don't know. What are we going to do with Hollywood?
Yeah, but I think it's because it's on the streaming.
So how do we get them to start putting them in theaters again? You worked at a cinema. What's the draw? How do you? No, but like having worked there, you saw this downfall.
It's the production company, though.
They don't want to put it in theaters.
Well, it's probably Amazon that's choosing, because they want everyone to. The thing with these streaming services is that they all want people to watch on their platform, so they don't want to put it in theater, because that's going to take people away from the platform. So
that's so interesting to me. Because I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but
the only reason they would want it in the theater is if it has to be considered for Oscars, and then they'll do a limited run, and then
most of them don't care about theaters anymore.
No,
production companies don't care. They don't make money from theaters.
I know the Chronicles of Narnia film that Greta is doing is Netflix is letting it go into IMAX in theaters, probably because they want to get some nominations off of it. But supposedly Greta had to put it in her contract. You have to give me a theatrical release, and you have to promote this like a theatrical film. You can't just promote it like coming to Netflix in 2 weeks. You have to just give me a proper theatrical promotion run. And the fact that you as a director,
I have to negotiate that. Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
I know.
Why?
But it's the age that we're in. Everything is on streaming now. People don't go to theaters.
Yeah, there's not
as much as they used to.
When you guys were younger, and maybe this is something that doesn't happen anymore, but I know when I was younger it happened. When a movie came out in theaters, did that mean you wouldn't watch it when it came out on DVD or something?
That I wouldn't?
Yeah. Like, oh, you saw it once in theaters?
No, I would buy the DVD after.
Yeah, same.
But I grew up, it depends on the person though. Like my dad was a movie buff.
Okay.
Is a movie buff. So he collected DVDs. So even when it came out, we would go see it in theater, but then he would buy the DVD and I would always wait for him to get it. But some people only watched a movie in theater and that was it. Because they didn't buy the DVD.
Right. Or
so obviously, so it got worse and worse over time. And now that they're streaming, nobody
I'm just wondering how much money, like how I mean, I don't know how much it costs, because I'm wondering how much money would it cost me? I make the movie is going to go on Amazon or Netflix. I put it in theaters for 1 month. I make a couple mil, ideally word of mouth, some promo. So the movie cost me 50 million to make. I have to put another 50 million into promo. That's 100 million. But on the back end, people are still going to watch it on streaming. My subscription numbers. Is it that the idea is I already have your subscription numbers and payment, so I don't need the theatrical money? Like, what's the...
No, I think it just costs them a lot to do the marketing for the theater. I think it's like I think it's just a budget cut that they're
promoting it for streaming is cheaper. Yeah, probably. Promoting it for streaming is probably just cheaper. They only have to advertise it.
Already you're guaranteed probably a certain percentage of watchers or whatever because you have subscribers. But
quote unquote free.
Because
I think if they're comparing numbers, they're probably looking at how many people go to see movie theater in the movie theater.
Right.
And how much would they make based on how much it would cost them. I mean, versus how much it would cost them to market it.
Yeah.
For a theatrical release. It probably costs a lot.
Because you have to think about marketing isn't just oh, I put it on. You have to put it on TV. You gotta print out a bunch of stuff. You gotta print it out in different languages. You gotta print the dates and this and that. What happens if you miss that date? You have to throw all of that out. That gets eaten. So now you gotta get the budget again to do all that stuff again.
Every time I hear about a movie being released in theaters and then going to a streamer, it always does better than they expected. Red One with The Rock, which was not expected to do well at all, had a huge boost of viewership. Number 1 on Amazon.
You're talking about theatrical releases?
Yeah, it had a theatrical release. It didn't do very well in the theater, but when it got to Amazon, once again, like I was saying before, everyone had seen the machine promoting this movie, and now that they knew they could watch it for free, they got a huge boost in numbers, and it was number 1 way longer on Amazon Prime than they expected. And then I don't know if they get new subscribers or anything, but it's just like this is paying for itself in the sense that the promo to put it in theater paid for it to be promoted for your platform later on.
I think because The Rock is such a huge actor, like he's one of the top actors in Hollywood.
Right.
I feel like certain movies, it's like you're guaranteed gonna get people. Like for certain people in movies, I think it's worth putting in the money for the marketing. But I think for some movies, they're gonna kind of, weigh the pros and cons. Like, is it worth it to put all this money in marketing if it's not going to do so well?
Yeah,
a movie like with Dwayne Johnson's going to do well, obviously.
Yeah, like it makes sense. Like Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds just came off of Deadpool 3, and then Rock is coming off of
both huge Hollywood actors. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think it just depends on the production company. Unfortunately, theaters are not making as much money anymore.
No,
and also with theatrical releases, they have to do a premiere and all these
money too. Fly out everybody.
Money, like
fly out the cast.
There's a lot of like.
Well, here's the thing. You guys say that, but Netflix does that for TV shows. They do it for Stranger Things.
Oh, they do premieres?
Yeah, they do premieres. They just did a premiere for Wednesday. They're doing one for Stranger
Things. They probably only do it for really, really big, successful shows.
Because Stranger Things is like how many seasons? 20? You know? Was it Wednesday is what? It's a second or third season?
Second season.
Second season. But
and they did 2 premieres. So. They did one in London and they did one in the States, which I
But it's Jenna Ortega and it's based off of a famous character.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I don't know. I don't think they would do it like for, I don't know, Ginny and Georgia or something, you know? Like
no, that's fair. Yeah.
So
they might just do like a rap party posting thing, but they're not going to do like a premiere.
Yeah, they'll do a rap party, but I mean, I don't think that's going to be for public and for
No, but I mean like, you know how the thing is like rap parties and then like all the actors are told to post stories from the rap party.
Okay.
You're like seeing on social media the rap party is kind of like a launch.
See how much cheaper that is? You're not getting a marketing. You're getting a smaller marketing team, and you're telling the artists to do their own thing.
Interesting. I'm just trying to understand how we get these movies, because from Jennifer Lawrence's movie that came out like maybe 2 years ago, that came out in theaters, did okay, then got to Netflix, did number 1 for a long period of time. Everyone said it was great. And it's just like, yeah, this was in theaters. You guys could have seen it. It didn't do great in theaters, but the promo run in theaters helped it on Netflix. Red One, same thing.
That sounds like you're taking a loss up front.
Yeah,
to hopefully do well in streaming. And we don't know the split that you get in streaming.
Right.
But you're naming big movies, like big names.
Jennifer Lawrence one. Well, what is Jennifer Lawrence rock status? Like, I wouldn't say on a global scale.
I think she was at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, she's getting Oscars and stuff.
I think she fell off. She's not.
That's what I was gonna say. She had fallen off by the time this movie comes out. That's why I didn't expect it to be.
But she's still, for some reason, popular. So I don't know.
I like the confusion in your voice for that.
I'm not in the discourse.
I don't know. Like, I think it's just because she's like a pretty, all-American girl.
Yeah,
everyone loves a pretty all-American girl. So I don't know.
She doesn't do weird as much. She has leaned out of that a bit.
That's true. I think she should have stayed in that though.
No, I don't.
That was her bread and butter. She was doing great.
Yeah, but I mean, when she started saying like, I rubbed my butt on some sacred rocks in Hawaii, everyone's like, Hawaii suffered enough. Like the locals of Hawaii suffered. Stop it. Like,
don't do stuff like that. But like Ariana Grande licked donuts and she's still starring in Wicked. Like I feel like being weird.
That's
Oh
not
no,
that
she
weird.
stopped looking black and Asian, and then is in her white
Yeah, that
girl
too.
phase now.
Yeah.
And now she's in Wicked.
Good Lord.
Stole someone's husband.
Oh my
And
God.
then
Yeah,
got
honestly,
into
she got messy as fuck, and she's still famous as all hell.
That's
Like,
all she does. All of her songs are break up, but your girlfriend, because I'm bored. All of her songs are that.
It's so crazy. Okay, this was great. I'm happy we got to have this discussion about cinema and streaming and A tier, B tier movies, because I do genuinely, I've had conversations with people where I've talked about the fact that, like, oh, you know, if I never had to go to a movie theater again, like I said this during the pandemic, I would probably be okay with that. And then I have since said I don't feel that way. I do like going to the movie theater. I love the experience. I love going. I love being in the theater and feeling the sense of a movie. And then if the movie is so good, I buy physical. Like I bought Sinners because I really wanted to own it. You know,
like I have Sinners on 4K as well.
Same,
nice.
The only thing I don't like about the theater is that some people still talk on their phones, and they feel like, oh well, I'm on my phone and it's on dim, and it's like, no, I could see it.
Not go when it's busy. You want to go.
I usually try to go
I know.
on off hours,
but it's hard.
But like,
when movies come out, you want to see it.
I shouldn't have to though. Like when I go to the movie and someone does that, like
I know.
I'm the type of person to be like, yo, turn off your phone.
But it's this generation. Like it's this generation. They don't.
Yo, they're wild. I
would even older people. It's because we're in the age of technology. Everyone is glued to.
But you can't be without your phone for 2 hours.
And they have an attention span of a fly, so they can't. Yeah. They can't look at a screen for 2 hours because it's too long. They have to check what's happening.
Our phones broke us. Social media broke us.
They need the dopamine from the fucking phone.
Like that's funny because everyone like rags on me for watching TV sped up because my attention span is shot. But I can watch a 2.5 hour movie and never.
Yeah, but I think that has to do with your interests. Like I think it's because you're interested in what you're watching. Most people are not interested in movies.
I already have a hard time keeping up with some movies. And I have to rewind them just to hear what they said because I can't hear it properly. This guy's watching it at 2 times speed.
That's a sound mix.
That's just age.
Nah, like sometimes somebody says something and it's just like a little mush mouthy, and you're like,
oh,
Joss is right though. There's a video of Vox.
I blast it.
Vox Media has a video talking about the fact that the mix in movies has changed, and they explain specifically why it's not as clear as it used to be. So, Jaws, that's not on you. That's very much on.
I got a sound bar and everything. Try to mitigate the issue. I don't want the music. I don't want the sound coming out of the TV. I want to.
When I notice that a movie's like that, I usually just put subtitles on.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
English.
I don't want to have to watch things with subtitles all the time. Like that's annoying to me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But if it's a movie like if there's like a lot of substance and there's a lot going on and I'm having a hard time hearing, then I put the subtitles.
Oppenheimer is a movie I probably would have watched with the subtitles.
Subtitles, yeah.
There's a lot going on in that movie, and you're like, wait, what's happening?
Please tell me you didn't watch Oppenheimer on 2 times speed, like dear Lord.
No. Mind you, I would have if I could have, because that movie is long as fuck. But no, it's a good film.
It sucks. But I try and go to the movie theater when it's like really odd hours and I know not to go, or like going to see an independent movie, chances are it's not going to be full. So like obviously the less people, the less you're going to have like disruptions. But when I go to a movie that just came out on the day that it released and it's a packed theater, you're going to for sure find at least like 3 people that are going to be on their phones or talking, whatever it is.
Sometimes it's not too bad. Like if you're going to go see, like I remember
Depends
seeing
if it's like a geeky movie, like
like
when I went in the theater, no one's talking, no one's doing anything but looking at the screen.
Like I know I saw I think Skyfall like at a midnight screening, and someone dropped their bottle of booze, and you heard the empty bottle rolling because they're at the top of the theater, roll.
Damn.
So sometimes it's not bad. Like like stuff like that, I'm fine with. People talking when a big like at the end of what was it, Infinity War, and you find out like the Iron Man puts his life on the line, and some guy in a packed theater with kids goes, "The fuck?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, That's the right reaction. That's the right. No one
Yeah.
got mad at him.
You're
Everyone's
like,
like,
valid.
we laughed, and we're like, that's the right reaction. We're not gonna get mad at you. We're all seeing this the first time. We didn't expect
Yeah.
this at all.
Yeah.
I feel like 2023 was the last time they were willing to try their hand at comedies. Because like rated R comedies, you had Joyride and you had No Hard Feelings, two pretty big rated R comedies in 1 year. But then 2024, it's like Mean Girls and like
Oh, that's not even a comedy.
yeah, exactly. It was a musical. Like I'm looking at the list of movies that came out, and like American Fiction is being listed as a
I
comedy.
didn't love No Hard Feelings.
I didn't love No Hard Feelings, but No Hard Feelings at least to me was a comedy.
Yeah.
So
I
anyways.
thought I was gonna say Game Night, but I think that was like earlier. Yeah, 2018.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Game Night didn't come out the last 2 years.
You know when you get older and like time just everything just like, meshes together.
Time?
That's pre-pandemic too. Like,
I'm like that was last year. No, that was like 7 years ago.
Oh my god, guys! On that note, I think because it's that long ago, we're time compressing. We're gonna come to an end. We want to thank y'all for tuning into another edition. We had a bunch of other stuff we were going to talk about. We'll save those because we still with SummerSlam coming, like we just had it, but also the fact that there's going to be SmackDown here in Montreal this coming week, right?
This Friday.
Yep, on Friday.
So by the time we do next week's episode, we'll talk a little bit more wrestling. We'll talk SummerSlam and SmackDown.
Yes.
And I'll give you guys a chance to watch Eyes of Wakanda. Go check it out because it was really good, especially if you watch that last episode. You're going to want to rewatch a certain movie if you watch that last episode. Just saying, when you have a chance. So we'll talk about those in the coming weeks. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. Oh, I want to also thank the people at Desta for giving me the opportunity to do the workshops. I really appreciate it. Those are really fun. And I look forward to potentially doing more. They want to do more workshops in the future for podcasting stuff. Hopefully everyone that came had a good time. I appreciate you guys coming through, and fingers crossed we'll get to do more in the future. Ness, anything you want to tell the people?
Follow me at Whoa It's Ness and Until Movie Club.
Bong bong. Dope. Jaws, what do you want to tell the people?
Check out Transformer Slag and the Toy Armada podcast with Aaron Archer on YouTube.
Guys, we'll be back with another one soon. Make sure to check out all our stuff. GeekCypha.com, GeekCypha.com. We are out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.